This is a custom built 16 row flame weeder. So it has 50 burners, so 3 for every row and then an extra 2 for the outside row. It's a 500-gallon tank. We built this winter. We call this a combo burner. So it's set up right now for burning the entire field. So all 16 rows, and we call this smoke in the field. So if you have a cornfield and there's a little bit of green hue coming up, especially if it's in the row, we'll take this across and any vegetation above ground is going to burn up, or it's going to kill it and dry out. You may think that's crazy, but corn, the growing point is below the ground. And so that corn will keep growing up right up out of the root. Today we kill the vegetation, tomorrow there'll be a new green leaf coming out of that root. So it really doesn't kill the corn at all, but it really sets the weeds back. It doesn't kill them, but it buys you time. The corn's gonna outpace the weeds then, so we can come in with another piece of equipment, cultivator, rotary hoe, tine weeder, to really break up the soil then and do our weeding. This cultivator is a combo burner, so we can broadcast across the whole field, but we can also take every third unit off, the one in the back, and we can actually then take these two and tilt them sideways, and your corn is going to be coming through right here. So imagine the corn is about 18 inches tall. We're going to actually burn underneath the corn and kill the weeds below it, but not damage the corn above it.
So as I've been broadcasting across the field, I will kind of variable rate my speed. So as I'm going across the field, if I'm not seeing a whole lot on the ground from the seat of the cab, I'm actually going to try to go 4.5 miles an hour. But if I'm coming up on a pretty green mat, or if I see quite a few broadleafs in an area, I'll slow down and drop my speeds. I've been dropping my speed all the way down to 1 mile an hour out there where some of the really green mats at. So trying to get a good kill on those mats so that it improves our cultivating later on. So we are running all 3 burners right now on that corn. That corn in that field's actually at V2 stage, so it's actually got 2 set leaves, and then it's got a third one coming and it's shooting the 4th leaf. So in that field, everything right now is going to be brown that I've burned. And so tomorrow, if I went back out there, I'll see that green actually coming back up through that plant. That third and fourth leaf are still coming green, but all the weeds will be brown, and hopefully they're not going to come back like the corn will keep coming back.
The cost and time frame to build this, we built it this winter. We started in January. We kind of took February off and then hit it again in March and April. So we kind of worked on it on the side a little bit. We're going to probably build a second one next year. All told, just in parts, all parts totaled, we have about $22,000 into it. Just for perspective, just the burner unit, this piece right here is stainless steel. Those burners are about 12,500 of it. And we had those made at a machine shop. So the rest of the components are only about $10,000 for all the components, including the tank. We bought the bar off a sale. That was only about $1,500, and then hoses. It adds up, but it's probably worth $40,000 or $50,000 now, just because they don't make very many of these. And like I said, we're probably going to build a second one. Just for us, timing is everything. If we need to be in the field and we can hit 2 fields at once, we're going to do that. The next one we build, we're probably going to put a 1,000-gallon tank on it. We can get about 30 acres out of a tank, not quite.
You can get about two hours of run time, so based on your speeds, we're right around 25 to 30 acres on a tank full.
So we're going to try to figure out how to put a bigger tank on it. Some people run tanks going this way with a lift assist or a trail behind. We've thought about that too. We don't like when you turn, you're running over corn. We may look into that, but this is the design we have now. It's all 3-point mounted.
And actually this winter, we more than likely, our propane guy was just here, we can retrofit this one, and this one probably will have a 1,000-gallon tank on it next year. So
cost per acre, it's going to range from $15 to $20 per acre, plus a little bit of fuel. We don't run the tractors at a very high RPM. It's nice, easy work for the tractor, so that's pretty pretty low compared to some other applications. So all told, maybe $20 an acre would be a good guess. But for us, the important thing is weed control. We get, if you ever have it where you can't get in the field due to rain and you get that green mat, this can really buy you time till you can get your cultivator in there, till the crop can get up where you can go in and cultivate. Today I'm in a field that we flame weeded 2 days ago on a bright sunny sunny afternoon. Yesterday we had a light rain on here, and so normally we would have done an application yesterday, but we had to let that moisture evaporate off. As you can see, so when we call it smoke in a field. So we hit this hard with a heavy flame. We were not able to get into this field when we needed to because we got rain. And so we had a mat of grass coming here, and this is primarily foxtail in this field. And what we tried to do with our flamer will do for us is it stops it from growing. It doesn't kill it. If you were to look at this, this is still, it's very weak right now, but it's still alive and it will keep growing if we don't do anything. So we actually have someone rotary hoeing in this field right now, and probably in about 3 days we'll come back and cultivate in this field to take care of a lot of those weeds. And when we cultivate, we'll use the finger weeders, so we'll work up the soil here, and those finger weeders will just work right along this, and we'll actually get most of this grass taken care of. We'll probably come back at a later time when the corn's about this tall, and we'll burn flame underneath the corn canopy. If any of these grasses are still coming, we'll burn them back then. By that time, the corn will keep growing and it'll shade out this grass, and it might be there, but it's not going to produce a whole lot once we get canopy. So that's just one of the things we do for weed control. The flame weeder is an important one for us for this very reason. If we can't get into the field to do a drag or to do a rotary hoe early, the grasses start to come, then we're going to hit it with the flame weeder to push everything back and really buy us time. You may wonder, boy, you're killing all the top vegetation, including your corn. Aren't you killing your corn? We get that question a lot because it looks dead. But even one day after, it's growing a new leaf right here. And it'll just, if you check tomorrow, this will be twice as big and it'll just keep putting out leaves and keep growing. It does set it back maybe 4 to 6 days. But it does not kill the plant. The growing point is below the ground. Corn just keeps on growing. So great way to weed control for us, and it really does not damage the corn, just sets it back a little bit.